Okay, today's task, you can see the leaves on this. You can see the prickers, you can see the leaves. That is a wild raspberry or blackberry bush, I'm not sure. There's many of them throughout the woods around here. And they started growing into my yard. With the craziness with Corona and the supermarkets, I decided I was going to plan ahead. So I took some of the wild ones, and I don't know how well this is coming through on video, and I transplanted many of them throughout my yard, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15. There's about 25 around the back end of my garden. There's easily far more than that in the woods. I also have some domesticated raspberries that have the same exact flavor and appearance as the ones my grandfather grew. I planted maybe 3 or 4 plants, and they started sending out shoots. They somewhat like raspberries send out little runners and a new plant pops up. So I spaced them out, hoping more room for their roots, more room to grab nutrients, and cutting them back would hopefully lead to a productive year. Got probably easily 20 of them here, and you may not be able to see them. They're fairly small leaves, but it's pretty much the same kind of leaves as on the previous one. I'll show you one here. And in addition to that, the wild ones that grew in the yard were also around my shed, around my trees. So I decided to transplant them along the fence line. And it's looking like I have between 15 and 20 of those. So not sure how well they'll take to the transplant. Some plants have transplant shock, but since these things are wild berries, I'm thinking they're fairly resilient. So that would leave me with between 65 and 75 plants that I transplanted, plus what grows in the woods, plus what grows down the street. So when berry season comes, be a lot of good berries to freeze for later on, as well as some to enjoy. If you have wild berries near you, you might want to cut them back a bit. I think they say to cut them back to about 3 feet. So if it's the plant's more than 3 foot long, it's spending a lot of energy trying to grow rather than produce fruit. So if you trim them back every year, it should increase your fruit production.